Hindi dapat yung ICC. Anong pakialam nila rito?
Yes.
Bale wala na mga hustisya natin. Bale wala na mga justices natin. Ano ba? Gago ba mga justices natin na kailangan pa natin international court? Hindi dapat. Dapat sarili natin. May sarili tayong batas eh. Ibig sabihin, kung sasama tayo sa ICC, wala tayong tiwala sa sarili natin bayan. Dapat tanggalin niya ang ICC. Hindi dapat yun.
Welcome back to JSD Vlogs. Today we're diving into a heated political discussion sparked by Davao del Norte 1st District Representative Pantaleon Alvarez. Alvarez recently suggested that former President Rodrigo Duterte should run again for the presidency in 2028, citing Donald Trump's re-election in the US as inspiration. Is this legally possible? Ethically sound? And how are Filipinos reacting? Let's break it down. Under the 1987 Constitution, the provision is crystal clear. The president shall not be eligible for any re-election. This was designed to prevent a repeat of Ferdinand Marcos Sr.'s two-decade rule. However, Alvarez argues this prohibition applies only to consecutive terms, not to a former president returning to power after stepping down. Now, this isn't the first time this debate has surfaced. Remember Joseph Estrada's 2010 presidential bid? The Supreme Court avoided a definitive ruling, leaving the door slightly ajar for interpretations like Alvarez's. So, could Duterte legally run again? That's a question only the courts can settle. Let's consider the political landscape. Duterte's presidency remains polarizing, marked by his controversial drug war, alleged human rights violations, and strongman leadership style. While his supporters see him as a decisive leader, critics highlight the unresolved issues surrounding extrajudicial killings and corruption. And speaking of controversies, the Quad Committee recently grilled Duterte for 13 hours on these very issues, including the alleged misuse of confidential intelligence funds by his daughter, Vice President Sara Duterte. Despite these challenges, Alvarez believes Duterte's heart is in the right place. But is the Filipino heart still with him? Internationally, Duterte's presidency remains under scrutiny. Human rights group Karapatan has called for full cooperation with the ICC's investigation into thousands of drug war-related killings. Ignoring these probes, they argue, delays justice and undermines accountability. Ethically, should a leader under such scrutiny even consider running again? Would this set a precedent where accountability is overshadowed by political ambition? Alvarez draws parallels to Donald Trump, who sought re-election despite controversies. But let's not forget, the US Constitution explicitly allows presidents to serve 2 non-consecutive terms. The Philippines doesn't have that provision, making this comparison shaky at best. This debate also raises a bigger question. Should we amend the Constitution to allow re-elections? Alvarez argues that letting the people decide reflects true democracy, but history reminds us why safeguards like term limits exist, to prevent abuse of power. At the end of the day, whether Duterte runs again isn't just a legal question, but a moral and democratic one. Does the Philippines need to revisit its leadership history, or is it time to move forward? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Should Duterte run again, or is one term enough for any president? Thank you for watching, and as always, stay informed and engaged. See you next time.